pessoal, Transformers trazendo aqui para vocês mais um vídeo da nossa série de Mycarrer aqui no canal, beleza? Vamos continuar aqui do onde a gente parou. Hoje teremos, pode ser o jogo da volta, né, contra o New Orleans. A gente perdeu a primeira, vamos ver se essa daqui a gente ganha e depois teremos mais um contra o Rockets. Vamos lá, vou escolher o uniforme preto ali. Vamos ver o que vai dar, né, mano? Não sei se
From episode 29, you chose Todrick King in my team for a picture-perfect comeback win.
He's comfortable taking the big shots. Waiters. It's good! It counts at the buzzer! The winner at the buzzer. It doesn't get any better.
And your top drive was Watch Me Work 60.
And on the floor tonight, a collection of some of the league's brightest young players.
And make no mistake about it, these guys are a work in progress, but the talent is undeniable. Can't wait to see who becomes the alpha dog in this group.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Andre Ayton out there with Durant, and it's the monster in at the free throw.
See how Ingram's polished his game, looking smooth from the mid-range.
Paul passes to the monster. Shoots from the elbow. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. In the corner, it's Richardson from downtown. He can't get it to go. And Phoenix the other way now. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And you could see them losing confidence, and it turned into a domino effect.
And guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension for Zion Williamson reflecting his commitment to this young core, and with the 8th pick and Dyson Daniels, the Pels added to their bevy of young wing defenders. They're building a team to contend.
Look at CJ picking the defense apart, using the pick and roll to create openings.
Paul passes to the monster. Durant trying to break free. The monster, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Williamson against Booker. Williamson dishes to McCollum. Just 5 to shoot. Over Ayton. Again, the Pelicans score.
CJ McCollum making the mid-range shot look easy.
Paul passes to the monster. High post try, and the jumper is on the mark.
This is what you do when your opponents try to take away the 3 and the painted area.
And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Willie Green had a few moments to share with me. Been a pretty even matchup this season with each team winning one game. So what's the key tonight as they try to take the advantage? He said in a word, defense. They can score with anybody, and we can score too, but we can't get into a shootout with these guys. We have to slow it down and make this a slugfest. We'll see if that strategy pays off tonight with a win. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, sounds like they're very concerned about preventing an early run by their opponent.
No doubt. You don't want to play catch-up if you can avoid it. They're going to lean on their defense to try to keep this game in check.
They're facing some excellent scores. It's going to take the effort of all 5 guys to make this strategy pay off.
And that one's good, Ayton.
You got to give Ayton credit. This guy is solid at keeping his balance even with the contact.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters.
Suns trail by 5. The forwards for him are a pair of Blue Devils, Ingram and Williamson. Richardson is out there with McCollum, and it's Valanciunas in at the center position. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's McCollum. Pass to Ingram. There's the drive, and slammed up by Ingram.
His assist numbers have grown. C.J. McCollum pass on time.
And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
The Suns shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Look at Durant making use of his height, winning the rebound and putting it back.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself. And they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. 6-point game. Booker the pass to the monster. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense from Ingram. Loads it up for Williamson. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Feeds to Durant. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Certain guys have a nose for scoring the ball. KD draws contact and makes the adjustment.
Richardson outside. Now here's Ingram. Not a lot of room. Step back on that one and let it fly. Ingram's got 8.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Here's the monster. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Brandon Ingram. And there has, Greg, been some talk within the league about adding a mid-season tournament. What are your thoughts on that possibility?
I mean, with the success of the play-in tournament, which, in full disclosure, I was not for, but love now, I can see why they're considering it.
Baisley's checked in for Durant. Richardson against Booker. Good work defensively by Richardson.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Ingram outside to the paint. He's looking for Richardson and finds him. Back to Ingram. And he banks in the layup. Ingram's got the lead up to 7 now for the Pelicans.
I will say this about his shooting stroke. It's pure when he's got it going. Perfect so far this quarter.
Tries a 3. And again, it's the Suns missing. For New Orleans, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. It's tipped. Here's the monster, guarded by Valanciunas. Here's Ayton. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
And the Hornets.
Pelo menos demos
So it's the New Orleans Pelicans looking at a third.
With the score, your Pelicans 40, the Suns 27.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Suns trail by 13. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 from Monty Williams. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The monster out there with Durant, and it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Richardson the pass to Valanciunas. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Outstanding focus by Valanciunas on the shot. He is just a big, strong player who brushes off opposing defenders.
The Suns shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Don't sleep on Ingram as a facilitator. Has the size to see over defenders and make sound decisions.
Smitty taking a look at Brandon Ingram. He is a very difficult matchup.
He is, Kevin. He scores in bunches, works well as a facilitator, and is capable of serving as a lead ball handler. Plus, with his length and skill set, he can play 1 through 4.
Knocked loose. Richardson outside. Now Ingram. He's got 10. Puts it up from 12. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal
And you
foul.
look at the way Ingram can get off the shot. When he gets to his spots, there's just no stopping him. Very few players can create like he can.
A creator indeed. And the name you always hear, Greg, with Ingram as a comparison, Kevin Durant.
And that's about as rare a comp as you'll find. Ingram is special with how he can rise up over defenders with that shot. It makes him a lethal weapon late in the game.
And he ends up missing both free throws.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Suns. Trailing by 17. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Aiden's specialties.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Richardson outside. 5 on the clock. Here the three-point line. It's McCollum. And that's good. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Ingram wide open. Oh, good on the triple.
2 minutes remaining.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
The monster, no good.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
McCollum kicks to Ingram. Pass to Valanciunas. Richardson against Booker. Valanciunas passes to Ingram. 4 on the clock, and the foul on the monster. That's foul number 2 for him. And go. A 3 off the inbound. That one's not going to go. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Up front, it's Williamson at the 4, and Valanciunas at the 5. Cohen is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Murphy in at the 3. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
After spending almost a decade in Portland, McCollum has adjusted well to playing in his new surroundings.
You know, GA, he's a fantastic player when he's out on the floor. Missed a lot of games over the last 3 years. But when he's feeling right, he is a nightmare to defend.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Second team foul.
Throw good. McCollum.
Led the league in percentage from the line a few years ago. C.J. McCollum dialed in.
And so McCollum nails both of
Cara,
them.
nem tem mais como.
24 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Shamet kicks to Lee. Back to Shamet. Here's the monster. Bank shot. No good. And here's McCollum. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Vai fazer o que, mano? Estamos seguindo por uma série de derrotas agora, mano. Agora vai ser isso. Derrota atrás de derrota. Bora pro próximo jogo já, vai.
Well, we're at the time of the calendar when some teams go through a mid-season lull. Graham, what has to be done to avoid that?
Well, first of all, you have to keep your composure. You cannot panic. And of course, this is when a coach earns his keep. Motivation becomes key. Keeping the players focused and making sure nobody starts coasting.
Here are the five for the Suns. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's the monster in at the three.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And it's the Suns with the ball after the Rockets picked up a basket a moment ago.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Number 8, 2 shots.
So he gets them both. Porter against Paul. Back to Porter. Pass to Martin. Here's Smith. Back to Martin. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by the Suns. They're moving on after the tough loss at the hands of the Pelicans.
And I'll tell you what a surprising result. Losing to an underdog is one thing, but getting blown out is quite another.
I know. I mean, I'm with you there. It just seemed as though they were sleepwalking their way through that entire game. It was, in my estimation, just inexcusable.
Now here's Porter. We saw him with 29 points in his last game. Here's Green. Sinks that one from the post.
That time the defense all up in Green's business, but he can get physical just like they can.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the mobile one drive.
Yeah, and in close games like this one, BA, you need toughness. Guys who will run to the fight and get after it.
Booker against Green. Here's the monster. They get it back. Here's Sengun's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Here's the monster. He buries it from 3.
Paul is so gifted at creating for his teammates. I mean, he's just got a special knack, and it's one that's been honed over years and years of playing. He really does work hard to get everybody involved.
Pass to Green. The 3 is up. And Ayton pulls it down.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And the second free throw is good. The Rockets have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. And it didn't take long for Phoenix to match the offer sheet Ayton signed with the Indiana Pacers. Now, there was talk they might let Ayton walk after that fallout during their playoff exit. But Phoenix knew they needed to keep Ayton to remain a contender.
Second personal foul.
That free throw misses.
Team foul. At the line for Houston, Alfred Schengen.
And he sinks the second. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Pass to the monster.
Aí. Vai ter que ir uma, hein?
Blocked! And putting his length to good work. Smith gets aggressive and finds the block. And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. And seems really frustrated.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2.
Deveria ter colocado força.
Here's Booker. And so, in the game for Phoenix, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's the monster in at the small forward position. And here we go, the Rockets in transition. Martin with the bucket. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Houston?
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Booker defending. Pass to Green. From outside the arc. The Suns clear it. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now.
You know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Here's the monster. And he gets it back. Second chance shot. And the jumper falls for him.
The way they've hit the offensive boards in the second half, you would think they're the team that's leading.
Well, the Rockets shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. Here's Martin. He got a piece of it. Good chance here for Booker. Unable to get that one. And Houston the other way now. The 3, Smith. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight. And stolen by Green. Martin outside. This one for 3. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got his 4th assist in this one. Durant, pass to Booker. Here's the monster. He's guarded by Martin. Here's the monster. Pass to Ayton. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Yeah, this is where Ayton's comfortable operating, using his height and array of inside moves to his advantage.
We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
And the Rockets making a change here. Porter Jr.'s checked in. Inside, Durant laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Now just a 2-point Houston lead.
Well, his game offensively is fully developed. Durant has no holes in his offensive game. Comfortable from any place on the floor.
Rob. Here's the monster. He's guarded by Martin. Oh, and the jam by Ayton. Wow, we've seen Ayton step up in big moments, in big games, and deliver. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. The first one falls. Okogie's checked in for the Suns. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of every game, and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
All right.
quero ver, né?
So it's Phoenix picking up the win.
That's
Just
the
a
end of the
gutsy
game.
performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Pô, podia ter umas entrevistas aí agora aparecendo pra poder pegar mais. Poxa. Tá, não. Estamos com 9.700 e poucos fãs. Tá. Vou melhorar depois minha finalização, mano. Vou melhorar isso daqui também. Vou melhorar muita coisa, né? Mas o que tem aqui é só de vertical acceleration também. Vai tendo com o tempo. Agora vamos dar aquela praticada e depois vamos jogar o jogo ali. Que é perigoso, eu acho. Da NBA, né?
Great game.
Oxê. Ah, o que, mano? Mentira, velho. Pra ir. Esse foi, tá. Vou pegar outro de finalização. Mais um que... Esse daqui foi o único que eu não fiz coisa ainda. Deixa eu ver, vamos no easy aqui.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Beleza, vai.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man.
Ah, não, mano, eu queria sem errar um.
One more. Let's go. Keep it going.
Errei dois.
Just like that.
Porcaria, hein? Tá. De 20 eu acertei 17. Tá bom. Foi 3 estrelas pelo menos. Vou pegar outro. Aqui.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Tá, esse daqui é o que joga e a gente tem que coisar, né? É isso mesmo. Tá. Vamos lá. Beleza. Por que não foi agora, hein? Tá. já. Praticamente. Tentar mais dois. Tentar, né? Muito pra frente, tem que ficar no círculo. Ah! Tá. Foi 3 estrelas pelo menos. Beleza. Tá. Mais um. Deixa eu ver aqui. Não quero outro de finish. Vamos ver se daqui se eu consigo.
I see you want to work on finishing at the hoop. Let's get started.
L2 e... Não sei como é que é não. Ah, sei lá, não tô sabendo como é que é não. É não, isso daqui eu não entendi, então. Tá. Deixa eu ver um médium aqui pra ver se é fácil. Médium é...
Finishing at the rim is still an art. Let's get this going.
Total.
You got it. Come on.
Não, eu tenho que acertar o coisa. O quê? Calma aí, mano. Preciso acertar aqui primeiro. Nossa. É isso? Ah, é isso mesmo? Não. Não tá vindo ponto. Não tô entendendo o que eu tenho que fazer nisso daqui. É, não tô entendendo não. Não entendi muito bem isso daqui não. Tá, acabou essa prática aqui. Agora vamos lá. Isso daqui pode ser um jogo importante. Vamos que
And a big issue for teams, Greg, this time of year, keeping players healthy for the long haul. Coaches, we're seeing starting to adjust rotations, keeping an eye on guys' minutes.
And Kevin, it's such a long season. The teams have to keep the key players fresh. It's not a strategy everyone loves, but it's a necessary concern in today's NBA.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The monster out there with Durant, and it's Ayton in at the center, walking down the middle. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Here's the monster, kicks it out to Paul, and too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation.
Que porcaria, tio.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Tyronn Lue.
Well, Kevin, he talked about his team's defensive mindset. He said they have to be willing to sacrifice a little room in the paint if it means they stay tight on their outside shooters. He said it's no secret those guys attack from long range, and that's what we've got to stop. We'll see, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the three ball is a big concern for any defense. But Frank, Chris Paul is undoubtedly one of the smartest players in the NBA.
And that's why he's been able to maintain such a high level of play for so long. As one of his teammates said, he has an IQ that's going to keep him on the floor until he's 50. And after missing the playoffs for 10 consecutive seasons, boy, the Suns not only got to the postseason in 21, they made it all the way to the finals. So what a turnaround for that franchise.
No good that time. Westbrook with the nice D there. Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Pass to George. Morris trying to free himself up. That's good for George on the assist by Westbrook.
And this is how you become a triple-double machine like Russell. You get the ball to the easy open shot.
Here's the monster. He's covered by Leonard. The monster, no good. It's been quite a turnaround, hasn't it, Brent, for Phoenix? Ever since they acquired Chris Paul in that trade from Oklahoma City, they've been a different team.
Yeah, and I don't think you can really give enough credit to what it is that Chris Paul has brought, along with the combination and relationship that he has with Monty Williams. I mean, that leadership with that young roster and giving those guys belief has elevated the play of everybody who's put on that uniform.
That's good, and it's KD with the assist.
Creating for others, that's when Kevin Durant just takes it to another level. He's such a great scorer, but working within the framework of the team that time.
Now, here is George. 17 points in his last outing. The pass to Leonard. Out to Morris. The three ball. Buries the long-range jumper.
Oh, go ahead and try to stop Kawhi Leonard, and he'll just move the ball to the open man.
Booker outside. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's the monster, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time.
Nossa senhora, velho. Tanto perdendo de 26.
And here is Los Angeles now. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
The second unit came in last game and just played lights-out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
On the court for the Suns, Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is out there with Durant, and it's the monster in at the three, the small forward. Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
The monster off target from three-point range. Clippers leading by 23. Right side Leonard. Over Paul. And Leonard gets it to go. And that's 10 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Quick rise and quick fire from the mid-range. This is automatic stuff from Kawhi Leonard.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the monster in the last game against the Rockets stepped up to deliver. He ended up with 8 points, and once again, he made an effort to draw contact and find different ways to get to the foul line. A surprise attack from a guy who's typically viewed as a role player. We'll see if he can continue to play a larger role in tonight's game.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, he was sensational the other night, making play after play after play.
And that's what you want. Not only was the effort there, but how about the production as well?
Well, he can do a lot of different things, so he falls into these different roles. Which will it be tonight?
Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
Now, here's Westbrook. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And Westbrook is right there.
And Westbrook just absolutely skying for that offensive rebound.
Booker the pass to the monster. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Can't cash in from the high post.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together. Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Here's KD after the basket by Los Angeles. Takes the three. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Booker does not lack confidence when it comes to his ball handling. Wow, sensational there.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Now, here's George. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game, so many offensive skills in his toolkit. Here's the monster. Shoots from 12. Here's Ayton. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Defense unable to stop DeAndre Ayton at that time, getting inside and using his frame.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful. So it's Los Angeles taking a 19-point lead into the break. The scoring has been tremendous.
43, the Sun, 24.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Marcus Morris is out there with Plumlee, and it's Westbrook in at the point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Pass to Morris. Some solid defense from Ayton.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal was?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Outside Westbrook. Passes it to Morris. George against Booker. And George kicks to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 12. Off the left rim and out. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And it's Durant missing. Los Angeles leading by 17. George dishes to Westbrook. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Here's Plumlee. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Inside. And the dunk by Booker.
Not going to miss an opportunity to find a teammate. Chris Paul delivers.
Los Angeles has gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Pass to Westbrook. Now Leonard. The pass to George. Tires from deep. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Durant at the elbow. To the middle. Here's the monster. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers leading by 15. Here's Westbrook. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Paul.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And that one hits back iron.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the board has been impressive.
Leonard, and the jumper from down low is good. Leonard's got 15 points.
What an athlete is Kawhi. Gets to step on the D, and they're helpless.
And the Suns call time here. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even...
Substitution on the court.
And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth. Pass to Powell. Now here is George. He's covered by Shamet. Powell, no one around him. And again, no good by the Clippers. Phoenix has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Los Angeles.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for George.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. They've got Landry Shamet. Warren is out there with the monster, and it's Lee in at the shooting guard position.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. He's off on the second.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Count that one.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Here's Preston. So the Clippers winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps.
A gente foi tão ruim que a gente não ganhou nada. Não ganhamos nada. É difícil isso, mano. Tá difícil. Nossa, estamos com 99 mil seguidores. Tô com 9 mil? Tá, vamos ver o que dá pra fazer. Eu vou upar. Vamos dar uma upada aqui então. Vamos upar a estamina. Dá pra upar ela inteira? Dá. Vou upar a estamina inteira. Beleza. Estamina inteira upada. Agora não, isso daqui não dá. Temos só 1000 só.
these strings, now my hands tied. Know they love to kick you when you down, so I stay. I ain't got the time, baby girl, I'm tryna take time. They threw dirt all on my name, I came back making landslides. This that get the people moving like a gas line. This that show hard, there ain't no beat.
Mas esse daqui também. É, isso não sobrou mais nada. Nem tão resistente, tá? Ficamos over 67. Próximos jogos. Vou jogar esse daqui. Aí vamos ter o Lakers e o Wizards. Aí depois o próximo aí já vai vir o Memphis e Nuggets contra, e depois o Memphis de novo e o Wizards pela NBA aqui, né? Estamos em janeiro? Ainda não. Caraca, mas ela falta muito. Bom, vou finalizar o vídeo por aqui. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Esse foi o vídeo. Deixa seu like, se inscreve, ajudem nós. E eu te vejo no próximo vídeo. Valeu, galera.